Hey everybody, welcome to the moments just following our Wednesday, January 21st, 2015 talk show, meaning the morning after President Obama's next to last State of the Union. I just enjoy saying that. It must have been interesting to be in the hall and to be a part of the reporters covering it, because I was watching some of the analysis and listening to some of it, even some of the conservative analysis saying, oh, what a surprise to have the president come out as combatively. What a bit of an eyebrow raiser it was to have him come out and sound as if he had just won an election, if his party had just been rewarded in an election rather than rebuked. Well, I'm not Einstein, but I wasn't surprised at all. I mean, what did you really expect? Did you expect graciousness? Did you expect an acknowledgement that most of America seems to want his agenda stopped in view of the way the Republicans won in the House and won back the Senate? This was not someplace the president was going to go. Nope, he was going to go straight, full-on, unfettered, Obama unplugged. And that's what we got coming for the next 2 years, so we better learn how to navigate those waters. There's some who have called me and said, well, let's just, oppose him at every step, and if we do that, it will render him largely irrelevant. I think somebody hit Bill Clinton with this, and he had a kind of a quote that said, the Constitution makes me relevant. And it kind of technically, civics class does. He is still president. He can still veto things. So here's an idea. Let's make him veto things. Sooner or later, there's going to be something that hits his desk that the American people actually want, like the Keystone XL pipeline, which seemingly everybody knows is a good idea. He doesn't like it because he's worshiping at the altar of environmental extremists who say, oh, it's terrible, it's a scourge upon the land, when it's nothing of the kind. So if Republicans can come across as the party of ideas now, and I mean more ideas than just opposing his bad ideas, which is noble but not enough, then we'll spend 2015 as our large and thriving group of Republican candidates gears up for the 2016 race. Everybody's going to be running for president of Iowa and New Hampshire here before you know it. But if in the interim here during this calendar year of 2015, we can be the party of ideas, ways to present ideas that are better than his, if we can line up behind a single, better private sector alternative to Obamacare. If he wants to talk about college education, here's an idea from my friend at the Institute for Policy Innovation, Tom Giovanetti. Had him on the show this very morning, in fact, and he said, there's so many things that we try to subsidize and reward through tax policy. We want people to to buy houses and have kids, or buy kids perhaps, that's a future agenda item. We want them to have kids and buy houses, so we reward things like that. How about rewarding actual expenditures on college education? If you are actually paying to put yourself through college, or if you are paying to put your kids through college, that's an actual expenditure that we want you to make. It enriches our society, so we offer you a tax break for it. That's something you can do that doesn't involve government paying for everything. But this is the language he speaks. This is his currency, his stock in trade. Free stuff paid for by other people's money. And that is a strong and attractive crack pipe. And he's going to be rolling that out every day. And the Republicans' job will be to push back and say, number one, we can't afford it. And number two, it impinges on fiscal sanity and on our liberties and just sort of the way things ought to be in a self-reliant country. So lots more on this as the year plods on. But as the 2016 field in the Republican Party takes shape, and please remember, as the 2016 field in the Democrat Party takes shape, I'm not convinced totally that Hillary's running, and Elizabeth Warren really is the best thing, the best plan B they have. We'll be talking about this and other strategies for how to combat what is left of President Obama's role in our lives as we do more talk shows. And thank you for joining us for them. Mark Davis Show, 7 to 10 weekdays, and Big 5-Hour Friday, as I do Bill Bennett's Morning in America from 5 to 8 Central Time and then 8 to 10 locally. Thanks for listening and for watching here at 660amtheanswer.com.